Cuffs are off, man. Get right. Too many left in these leagues, but I ain't gonna...
Hey everybody, Adam Rank here. What's up everybody? It's Marcus Grant from NFL Network.
This is AJ Dillon of the Green Bay Packers.
I got to give a shout out to y'all at Get Right Fantasy.
If you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? You want to lose your league? Check out the Get Right Fantasy Network. You got to get right with the Get Right Fantasy Network.
Best of luck with your podcast. Appreciate the support.
And you're tuned in to watch my boys at Get Right Fantasy Network. Get you right. Enjoy the show.
Marking nothing, but I tune in every Friday. Strategies provided, I will lock in every way. So go and roll your sleeves up, yeah. Go and roll your sleeves up. And I'm getting down, cause I roll my sleeves up. And I'm getting right, cause I roll my sleeves up.
What up, world? Welcome back to the Get Right Fantasy Network. I'm here on the Sunday morning show with me, Mike, aka Classic Mike. It's Sunday, October 15th in week 6 of the NFL season. Excited to get to things, all that happened since our Friday show. Unfortunately, I wasn't there for Friday, enjoying a wonderful anniversary, 1-year anniversary with my wife. So enjoying that. And she was very nice enough to have me come on today. I'm only kidding. She loves me. We enjoy all this. So today we are going to go over our week 6 start-sit questions throughout the show, as well as going over actives and inactives prior to game time around 11:30. I'll give you important updates from the London game between the Titans and the Ravens. Right now, Ravens are on top, and they're doing pretty well. And then I will give you some of my DFS value picks for those that are interested in DFS. And then, like I say every show, just make sure you guys throw your comments, your questions in the comments, and I will get to it as we go, or in the live chat, I should say. So we'll get right down to it. Just a quick little recap for those that are new to the show. We have basically 4 shows all week. We do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Mondays we do overreactions to the week, as well as waiver wire targets to get ahead. And then Wednesday we do what we call Rasta management with Rasta and Frank, doing some buy sell trades, get your lineup set and to get them right for the week. Then we do game by day on Fridays. We do game by game breakdowns, start sit, live Q&A, and we answer your questions for anything that you need last minute. Then on Sunday morning, I'm back here, actives and inactives, and I get you your, right to the minute, right at the end, start sit questions, those tinkering times where you're trying to figure it out. So come on in, throw your comments in, and I will get to it shortly. Just want to throw this out there. We are trying to, at one point, doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and guess what? We hit it. We're going to be giving away this ring. We're going to let you guys pick the color, pick if you want it to be, gold, silver, all that fun stuff. But either way, this is what it's going to look like. And we are now at 1,000 subscribers. So thank you to all those who have contributed and supported the show throughout, the last few years. So thank you. We really do appreciate everybody that has chipped in and subscribed. All righty. So I have a couple questions that we could get to now, and then I'm going to go roll through all the news and notes just so that you guys are aware. There's a bunch going on. So let's get into it. So Will Hayes, what's going on, brother? He goes, hard decision over here. Who should I start, Jalen Waddle or Devontae Smith? Now, for me, I'm all in for right now Devontae Smith. I think that he should be fine. Unfortunately, Waddle's been having a little bit of a rough time, and he's going against Carolina. Carolina, so far this year, they have been pretty decent against the pass. They're 3rd overall against wide receivers. So for me, I'm going to lean away from Waddle just a smidge, not a ton, but I'd rather have Devontae Smith overall. Going against the Jets. Sauce Gardner is going to be out for the Jets. That's going to be one of my topics that I brought up. Even though the Jets are about 7th ranked against wide receivers, I still think overall they haven't played against an Eagles line like this. So I honestly think this is going to be a really good matchup to watch. But overall, I do think that the better decision is Devontae Smith. So that's who I'm leaning with. Hopefully that helps you out, Will. So some news and notes since Friday's show for people that we know that are already ruled out. Treylon Burks, we already know he's already, their game is already going, so it doesn't really matter at this point. Deshaun Watson, he will be out today. They said that he has some type of rotator cuff injury. He could be good to go next week. They're optimistic and hopeful that he could, play next week. Joel, I'm always going to get his name wrong. Bitonio, one of their guards, he's going to be out. And that's kind of significant. They're going to be playing PJ Walker. I don't really trust a lot of the options on the Cleveland Browns this week. So just be aware of that. Jamar Gibbs, he will be out today for the Lions. Miles Sanders will be out for the Carolina Panthers. Looks like Chuba Hubbard will get the start there. Connor Williams will be out for the Miami Dolphins. Zay Jones is going to be out for the Jaguars. Khalil Herbert and Roschon Johnson will be out for the Bears. So it looks like Deontay Foreman will be the lead back in Chicago today. Also, Travis Homer for them is out as well. So they are really thin at running back. Juwan Johnson for the Saints is going to be out today. Jalen Carter for the Eagles is going to be out today. Darius Slay is going to be out today for the Eagles. But the Eagles have a ton of depth. I wouldn't really worry too much. Juju Smith-Schuster is going to be out today for the Patriots, as well as Matt Judon and a few other people as well. Giants also are going to be without Andrew Thomas, John Michael Smith, and Daniel Jones. Tyrod Taylor will be getting the start. So unfortunately, it's going to be a rough one for the Giants. The NFL goes, morning, Mike. Excited for our matchup today. Me too, my friend. Unfortunately, I'm not going to give you any advice from me and you. But good luck today, man. I can't wait. It should be a good matchup. Patrick Lario in the house going, yo, getting ready for another black and blue ass from Big Blue. Yeah, it's going to be a rough one today. Going against Buffalo Bills on Sunday night, primetime, without our quarterback. That should be fun. So Patrick goes, pick 2, Michael Thomas, KJ Osborne, Zach Moss, or Devontae Freeman. Okay. What type of league are we in? Full PPR, half point. Those kind of make a little bit of a difference for me. If it's half point, I'm going to lean Devontae Foreman for sure. I think Devontae Foreman is the constant regardless. He will be getting tons of volume, and that game is a weather advisory in the context of there's going to be gusts of 30 mile an hour or more. But for me, I think it's going to be definitely Foreman. And then it's really a toss-up between, okay, so it's PPR for the others. Let me see what we got here. KJ Osborne is going, where are they going? I have KJ, where's Jordan? All right. So I have KJ just below, and I have him 36. They're going against Chicago. Chicago's been horrible against the pass lately. Chicago's 18th against the pass. Michael Thomas is going against, where is he? Catching up. The last few days have been a little bit of a whirlwind over here in the Herrick household, trying to get everything settled. Let me see. Where do we go? There he is. So Houston's been doing pretty well against the pass. They're about 17th. So they're right around the same. So Michael Thomas, KJ Osborne. I know that Jefferson's out. The hard part is I think it's Addison who gets the bump in that offense, even though Osborne should do okay. I think both options are good for them. Zach Moss should still be toting the ball a little more, but they did say they're going to ramp up Jonathan Taylor. I'm going to go Foreman and I'm going to say Foreman and Michael Thomas. Yeah. I think Foreman and Michael Thomas might be your best bet here. He's going back to the Giants conversation, especially Bills coming off a loss and they are 3-2, desperate. They're going to be mad. Yeah, they're going to be mad, but they're also coming back from England from last week. So that's the only advantage we have. So we'll have to wait and see. Neanderthal goes, I'm already set. Asked Rasta and Tycoon all the questions about our game. There we go. That makes sense. I'm glad that they were able to help you out there, Neanderthal. Patrick goes, done. And I mean, I'm 1-4. What do I have to lose? There you go. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, you got to go with upside in these if you're in a rough spot. Like I'm in a rough spot right now where I just had Lamar he's been going nuts in this, this game versus the Titans. Lamar's up 18, or the Ravens are up 18-3. They just started the third quarter about 2 minutes ago. Titans really haven't gotten anything done. They got a couple of pass interference calls that moved them down the field to get them in field goal. But the Ravens overall on offense have been able to move the ball pretty well. So that's where this, if I'm in a situation, I already have, I think the guy I'm facing has 4 guys already playing, and he already has a huge lead on me, 44-0. So I have to really think about my flex options. For my league, I have, Jacoby Myers, but I can also go to Chuba Hubbard, Foreman, Zach Moss, and I have to make the decision which way do I want to go there. Do I want upside? Do I want to be conservative? In this case, I have to be a little more upside, and that means going with someone like Myers because they're all pretty much ranked around the same for me. So got to go with the upside if you're in that type of hole. So just keep an eye on it. Some other big news that came out since Friday. Jeff Wilson is still listed as out. He has not come out of that practice window. He gets a 21-day practice window to get out of, and so far that hasn't been the case. Austin Eckler and Justin Herbert are both off the injury report this week, so they will both be playing this Monday night. Sauce Gardner for the Jets, like I said before, he was downgraded to out yesterday, so he won't be playing for the Jets today. That's going to be a huge downgrade for that particular defense. Like I said before, Jalen Carter and Darius Slay are also going to be out today, just because they have that's just going to be significant. They're big pieces to that offense, but there is a ton of depth on their particular line. So I think overall it's not a huge loss, but it is, to that second wide receiver. James Bradbury will follow, in this case, Garrett Wilson. Or no, not Garrett Wilson, AJ Brown. Garrett Wilson. Sorry, I was right. So yeah, it should be an interesting matchup nonetheless. So Slay and Gardner being out kind of opens up things for AJ Brown and Garrett Wilson. Also opens up things for their second option as well. So in this case, I think Garrett Wilson and guys like Devontae Smith and AJ Brown should be okay today. Deshaun Watson is going to be out today dealing with a deep rotator cuff contusion. He should be ready by next week. They'll wait and see. Traquan Thornton for the Patriots, he is active today, and he is moved up to the active roster, so he should be playing today. Oh, this is a great question. Devontae Smith or Garrett Wilson? KJ, you always have good questions. Always right on the money, right where you need to be. I trust Devontae Smith more than I trust Garrett Wilson with Zach Wilson. So for me, I'm leaning more Devontae Smith. Right now, I have Smith listed as 12, and I have Garrett Wilson listed as 29. So, and I didn't really adjust Garrett too much with the news with Slay being out. But if anything, I'm going to move him up to like 24. So for me, maybe actually 20. Yeah, like 21, I think I'll put him up to. So either way, it's 12 to 21 in my yeah. So I'm still going with Devontae Smith here. I think he's a good option. I know he didn't do well for you last week. Wilson did it a little bit better. I think this game is just, it might get out of hand at one point. So then maybe Wilson might be the better option. But overall, I feel a little bit better about Devontae Smith. So Patrick goes, I dropped Jonnu Smith, grab Dalton Schultz, have him going, but can pick up Njoku and can pick up Smith back up. But of course had Pitts and dumped him, and now he's coming alive. Yeah. That whole situation is really annoying. Honestly, I think Jonnu Smith has been doing pretty well lately. He's been consistently targeted overall, so he's not a horrible option. Dalton just had the touchdown last week. Don't always chase the points because the points don't show everything that's involved. The points in general, yeah, they if they had an uptick in stuff, that's great. But a touchdown is just hard to you can't predict the touchdown. So when things, when you see the guy getting like he had 18 points this week, okay, cool, and then he had 3 points the week before, and then 2 the week before that, and then 2 the week before that. You look at everything behind that and you see that he's only been targeted a certain amount of times. He's only caught the ball a certain amount of times for a certain amount of yardage. And then he has the one touchdown that made him relevant for that 1 week. Okay, so we got open that one time. That's a very small window. You want to see the guys that are, getting targeted more than 5 or 6 times in certain situations. So for me, Jonnu's been doing that. Dalton hasn't really been involved. He only had the one game where he did okay. So it's hard to trust a guy like that. Njoku just fell off the face of the earth, which I'm very disappointed in. I thought he'd do very well this year with Deshaun Watson, especially with everything that went on last year. So anyway, more news and notes. We have Kirk Cousins will not be leaving the Vikings, as rumors have kind of been talking about. A lot of rumors has been going around the league about him being traded off, and about Justin Jefferson might not, if he's hurt throughout, why not just get rid of Kirk at this point? Those don't look true. So it looks like he's staying put, and he could be there even longer. They said that there are many options on the table, but right now it doesn't look like he's going anywhere. On the other part of this, All-Pro Justin Jefferson, he's going to be missing 4 to 6 weeks. There's a high probability, if they're not doing well in that 4 to 6 week period, that he's probably not going to come back. I would, if I'm a Justin Jefferson owner, I would be very, very cautious and make sure you have some type of backup plan, because it's looking more and more like what they did with Cooper Kupp last season. And they basically just said, nope, you're done. And they didn't want to push it too much. Just keep that idea, in the back of your head. He might be out for the rest of the year. So I would make plans to make sure you have someone to back you up with Justin Jefferson. No one can replace the production that he can have, but at least try to, find something to help you in the meantime. Other news, Giants are optimistic and hopeful that Barkley will be able to play tonight. There's been so many different reports about this, good reports, bad reports, mediocre reports, where they're saying that he could do, he doesn't look great in practice. He's still kind of limping. But they also said something around the lines of that he looks better, feels better. There's all these different things about it. If I have Barkley and I have no other option, I'm making sure I have somebody in that late window on Sunday night. I want to have Breida. I want to have just anybody really that plays on Sunday night or Monday, and just make sure because you never know. They've been very cautious on him lately. So, yeah, KJ, completely agree. Sell Jefferson to a 4 and 5 team for 2 solid, drafts. Yeah, actually, I would. I would. If you're the 4 and 1 team or the 5 and 0 team, I would get 2 solid, real. I mean, I wouldn't give it up for nothing. I definitely want high or low end wide receiver 1s and high end 2s. Or a really, really good running back. I saw a trade today that someone offered Bijan for Justin Jefferson. I might take that. I honestly think at this point in the season and with all the news about it, unless they start doing better somehow, which conceivably the reason why they usually stay in games, at least 1-score games, it's mainly because of Justin Jefferson. So him being out might be very difficult for them to be able to produce. Maybe that helps them produce. Maybe it makes it where they don't have to focus so much on getting Jefferson the ball. They can distribute things a little bit more, and Kirk Cousins doesn't have to be just locked in on somebody, which usually is, something that you don't want. So maybe they can put a little more focus on the run game and kind of get things a little bit more open and maybe they start doing well and they're like, yeah, no, we'll load them up because we're going to go to the playoffs. Right now, they're in a really tough spot. I don't see that happening for them. But if you can trade off for decent pieces, I would. And that's only in redraft. Dynasty, you're keeping him until he's dead. Like you can't get rid of Justin Jefferson in a Dynasty league. Just put him on your IR and call it a day. But if you can find pieces for him in redraft, why not? I definitely think that is something that you can do. There's some news about Jalen Ramsey, but really not anything worth mentioning here. Another big news thing that I don't know if I mentioned. Oh, no, I haven't even got to it yet. So we still got a few things to talk about. Darren Waller, he's also dealing with groin injury. He is more expected to play than Barkley. But the thing is, at this point, if you have Waller and he's your only option, you might want to find it. You could still play Waller without a problem. It's just he's not going to give you what you're looking for. He's been at the real bottom of the tight end tier lately, unfortunately, and he shouldn't be. Some injuries to keep an eye on, but have been kind of confirmed. I already just mentioned Darren Waller. The other one is Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta popped up on the injury report on Thursday. He did not practice on Thursday. He was limited on Wednesday. And then it was with a calf injury. He said that he basically tweaked it in the game, and then he still played through it, and then ended up resting. Everything was okay. Practiced, and then it kind of flared up for a minute, and then all of a sudden he's better. Back out. 3rd and 5. Oh, come on, give him the flag. No, Tannehill looks a little beat up. Tannehill does not look good. He looks just anyway. So Sam Laporta looks like he should be returning. He should be playing today. The biggest thing right now, if you're going to play Laporta, have somebody in that 4:00 window, someone like Zach Ertz. He's available for that 4:00 game. I would just have somebody there just because you never know up until game time. He's a true game time, but he's more on the playing side than he is on the not. They keep saying, I just got 3 reports about it 10 minutes ago, where the reports this morning said he is expected to play. So if he's most of those reports, when they say expected, they leave a little window of hope. But I would be very wary about it and just be a little cautious if you have the availability. You don't want to drop all these high-end players. Just, there we go, Henry. Go, baby, go. Like a deer. Get to the touchdown. No, so close. Oh, so close. Man, that was like a 60-yard run. Go, Derrick Henry. That thing, oh, man. That was close. It looked like he had it. It looked like he had the touchdown. Wildcat formation, fake off the reverse. and then just ran like a deer. Derrick Henry is like, he's so good. It's so tough to bet against this guy. Oh, now they have him and Tajay in the formation, motioning. Oh, no. They better give Henry the ball on that one. Anyway, more news. T. Higgins is still dealing with his rib injury. It's more of a 50-50 and more, kind of a game time. They said that it's mostly pain management for him. So if he can, handle the pain, they'll more than likely have him out there. They need him. So for me, keep an eye on him. If you have Higgins and you want to play him and you don't have better options behind him, I might be okay with that. Buffalo's tight ends, both of them are listed as questionable. They're playing on the Sunday night game, but Knox looks like he's the better option at this point to actually get an opportunity to play. From what I keep hearing, Kincaid doesn't look like it. He looks like on the bottom end of playing, so we'll wait and see. More news about Anthony Richardson and his shoulder injury. He could be out potentially for the season. It looks like he might opt for season-ending surgery. So if you have Anthony Richardson, start making long-term plans for him. Devon Achane, he should be back in 4 weeks. All reports are positive. So when when that week, I think week 11 pops up, he should be good to go. For now, Mostert's good, out there with Salvin Ahmed, and that's their running back core for the moment. No. Why are we? Oh, okay, good. Pass interference, defense, put it on the goal line, give it to the big man. Are they giving it offense? Don't give it offense. Come on. Titans are in the red zone right now. That's why I'm a little more interested in this at the moment. There was a pass play to Hopkins that this game has been chippy, very chippy. They pulled the flag. It looked like it was going to be pass interference, but the ball was well over his head. So they picked up the flag. Let me see. You could have called that either way. It's a good pickup. Like I said, they've been really chippy today. I'm really surprised they're not going for this. Really surprised. I know they're getting points either way, but I'm really surprised. Why not? You're down 15 points. Why not try the attempt and you pin them back? 27 yards. You had 17 yards to go. Find a way. Okay. All right. Anyway, Baltimore gets the ball back. Looks like we are going to be getting actives and inactives very shortly. See just a lot of news about Jalen Ramsey coming back from his surgery. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully he's back and playing. I mean, that can only upgrade, things going on over in just everything going on over there in Miami. Hope everyone's having a wonderful week 6 for this week. Make sure you guys also check out some of our affiliate podcasts. We have the Fantasy Frontline with Tim and AJ, and then the Checkdown podcast with Cody McGoats, Shirtless Pat, and the crew. Make sure you guys are checking them out every Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern. And then also keep an eye out for Adam in the Deadzone Fantasy Show. So keep an eye out for those shows on our network. Also, make sure you guys check out, hold on one sec. Make sure you guys check out Underdog Fantasy as well. They are coming back with Resurgence Best Ball. So keep an eye out for all that information as well. Make sure when you guys register, use the promo code GetRight right here. Use GetRight. And when you do, they will match and double your first deposit. So make sure you guys use the promo code GetRight when you do. All righty. It looks like, yeah, they just keep talking about Jalen Ramsey being ahead of his knee surgery, so he should be back soon. That should be good for Miami. Him and Xavier Howard would be a very scary matchup for teams, and they're getting him at the right time if he's coming back. So good for them. Just waiting for some news for actives and inactives for the players that we are waiting on. I did get news that Chase Claypool will not be active today. I think a lot of people already knew that. And if you're playing, or if you need to play him, you're in a rough position. So, any news? Okay, actives and inactives are starting to roll in. The Browns inactives we already kind of knew. Looks like PJ Walker, like I said, will be starting at QB. Deshaun Watson will be out today. Cedric Tillman will be out today as well for the Browns. T. Higgins is active today. So T. Higgins is active and in your lineup. He should be good to go. They have a couple of linebackers out. O-line, nothing crazy otherwise. Come on, news. You beat reporters on 4:00 on a weekday. Throw in things like rapid fire, and all of a sudden, I don't get anything on 11:30. Come on, people. Let's get those actives and inactives in. Jaguars inactives, we already knew about Zay Jones, Jermichael Hasty. They will both be out today. Nothing crazy, stuff we already knew. Bears inactives, Nate Peterman and Travis Homer, Roshan Johnson, which we already knew. They are all going to be out. Eddie Jackson for the Bears looks like he will be back after a long stint of being out since week 1. So he will be active today. Any other Texans inactives? Tank Dell. Tank Dell, I didn't mention before, but Tank Dell is inactive today. He's still in concussion protocol. So he is not available today. And there was a report that I saw that they are going to try to get, big interception. Oh, wow. They are going to try to get Xavier Hutchinson a little bit more involved in the game today. So hopefully that's the case. John Menchie will be available, a few other guys as well. Robert Woods should be good to go. He's not on the inactives report. So that should be an interesting game, to say the least. Lamar just got picked off. Bateman really just blew the route and or Lamar overthrew it. But either way, that could have been called either way. Nice play by Murphy Button. Saints inactives, Juwan Johnson, we already knew about. No one else that really matters for anybody. Panthers and inactives, Connor Williams, we knew about ahead of time. No one else significant at this point. So everybody who we said are going to be active and those who aren't active, we kind of already have an idea there. So Kyle Flint goes, desperation play. Which Dolphins running back would you start other than Mostert, as the Dolphins will be way ahead of well, they don't play the Giants today. That's a plus. They play Carolina Panthers today. Yeah, there we go. So, so if they're going to be up, if you're going to trust anybody, it's Salvin Ahmed. I don't. Salvin's been a part of that particular roster forever, so I would trust Salvin more than I would most of the other backs on that team. He'll get the number 2 duties for sure. For the 49ers, this is, I wouldn't say significant, but it is something to keep an eye on. Dre Greenlaw is going to be out today. He's been a beast lately for the 49ers and just flies everywhere on that defense. So he's going to be out today. That's a little significant for the defense, but not enough that it would make me change any of my, former things. Oh, no. Oh, Hopkins does not look. Oh, is that Hopkins? No, that is. Oh, that's Westbrook. Oh, no. Who is that? Oh, that's Chris Moore. Oh, that did not look good. Ugh. You hate to see when they struggle to get up. He was just struggling. Let me see. Van Jefferson is active for the Falcons. That's kind of big, or not big, but Kyle Flint goes, it's rainy and windy and cold in Cleveland today. That is true. Browns could steal a win. Hopefully. We'll see. PJ Walker, he's good. I have no problem with, helmet to helmet. Kyle Hamilton, you know better than that. Oh, Chris Moore does not look good. Stumbling, fumbling, getting up. Ugh. Hate to see it. Yep. Oh, good. They threw him out of the game for that hit. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That was a really bad hit to Chris Moore. So Kyle Hamilton just got ejected for helmet to helmet. That was, if you're watching the game, which I'm assuming most of you might be, that was a bad hit. He came in helmet first to Chris Moore as he's back trying to catch it. He was a defensive receiver. And that's sad to see. This kid has been, lights out playing lately. So, yeah, that no one can believe. Even Travis, even Kyle is sitting there in disbelief. But that was a bad hit. If you looked at it, it was just bad. He's taking his lump, but it's just, Chris Moore doesn't look right either. Like, he just looks fumbling right now. Yeah. What can you do, man? What can you do? So that's the actives and inactives. There's really no one else that really came in that is significant. It looks like guys like Elijah Mitchell is active today. Robert Woods is active. T. Higgins, who we knew. David Njoku. All these guys should be good. A lot of the players we care about. Oh, Henry in with a touchdown. There we go. Henry in with a monster touchdown to the corner. Great for me. So good job, Derrick Henry. Way to take advantage of the situation. Ravens don't look pleased. That was a 15-yard run. Boom. Oh, that's why Roquan was upset. Okay, I see why he got upset. That was borderline hold right there. He twisted that guy up, and oh, wow. Nice touchdown, Derrick Henry. So, big game for Henry so far. Looking good today. So, since we are done with the actives and inactives, I think the news about Kyle Hamilton kind of threw off all these people. Hey, Patrick Lario, Drew Lario. Your long lost cousins in here somewhere. It's been a while. G-men stink. Yes, thank you for bringing up how bad my Giants are. Never gets old. Never gets old. I get enough from my wife here. Come on. So Drew goes, brutal choice, but Keaton, I'm going to just say Ingram. Ingram or Salvin Ahmed. Bold take. I actually think that Ingram will get more touch than what's his face guy I can't pronounce. Where is he? DiMacatero? Yeah, whatever his freaking name is. I think Ingram is actually going to get more touches than him. So honestly, Ingram, I think, is the better option. I understand the whole thing with Salvin Ahmed being on the Dolphins. They're going to kind of need to run him a little bit to, take some pressure off of Mostert. But honestly, I think that Ingram will get more touch. So I could be wrong, though. You're at the bottom of the barrel for these two, so I don't think it really matters. But I have him up. I have Ingram up at 27. And I think Ahmed is at the bottom. So, okay, can someone explain this to me? I want to know why this is a thing. So, Perry, what's going on? Great to see you here. I want to know why this is a thing. Because a buddy of mine in one of my leagues did this. He would be the guy to do it. He's at 0-5, I think. And he's just right now I thought he was just looking around to have some fun. Why is this a thing? So can someone bring up the reason why stashing Gronk? Like, what is the whole story behind it? I haven't seen anything about it, so I'm a little bit like, what the hell is going on here? But Perry, put it in the chat. Let me know what you're talking about. Oh, okay. So he said playing for the Finns would be fun. And if someone, okay. So quick reaction. Got it. You never know, man, with these guys. You never know. If the Dolphins get to a run and he wants to win another championship for fun, why not? If he's in shape, why not? So Perry goes, what up, Mike? What up? He goes, start 3. 1's RB2. So start 3, 1 RB2. Okay, so you need a running back regardless, but start 3. Got it. Stevenson, Mostert, White, Puka, Godwin, Davis, Nicole Collins. Nice. So I'm going to go right off the bat. Mostert is a must start today. So Mostert can go as your RB2. Get him out of the equation. Boom. The other 2 are a little bit more difficult. I'm assuming this is full PPR. What I'm going to say is probably Puka and do I want to say Gabe Davis? I kind of want to say Gabe Davis. I say Gabe Davis is your ceiling play. Your more conservative play would probably be Rachaad White. That's just me, though. Panthers inactives, no one that we already didn't know. Miles Sanders, he's inactive today. List from Matthew Berry. Guys we knew that were in are in. The guys that are out, we knew that are out. Okay, cool. But yeah, I'd probably go Mostert, Puka, and then it's really a toss-up between Gabe Davis and Godwin. Who are you guys playing? Tampa Bay, you are playing the Detroit Lions. They're in their new if you didn't know already, the Tampa Bay Bucks are in their creamsicles today. I have a weird thing about that. If a team is playing in a different type of or a certain jersey, sometimes players play well. I know it's weird. I have a thing about primetime games too for certain players. So yeah, I think I might have to go with Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis is definitely your ceiling play. Your floor play is definitely Rachaad White. So those are the 2 that I would pick from. But those are where I'm going. I love Nico Collins. He's going to be going against Marshawn Lattimore. He's not a horrible option by any means, but Saints defense is actually pretty good. They've been limited teams. They are just as probably good as a Steelers defense. So overall, the Texans were able to do well against a team like that. So I like Nico Collins regardless in a lot of scenarios. So maybe I would change I might change it. I might go with Nico Collins, even though Gabe Davis has a better matchup. Yeah, I'm going to go Nika, Puka, and Raheem Mostert. Perry W goes, every time Tyler Lockett wears the neon greens, he goes off. So I hear you. And Lamar and all purple. Yeah, it's so weird. Like something just triggers something when they wear something, a jersey or another just situation. Like I just find it interesting. Neanderthal goes, I need some D-Hop. I didn't listen to Rasta and play Flowers. My fandom got in the way. Oh, come on, man. Got to listen to Rasta. He knows what he's talking about. He always knows. I would have played Zay Flowers if I had him. I do not. But I would have definitely played Zay. I just don't trust Ryan Tannehill. I honestly don't trust Lamar, but I trust him to be I trust them to get Zay into a better situation. It took him 5 weeks or 6 weeks in this case to get a touchdown anyway for Zay Flowers. So I understand the hesitation. But Tennessee matchup, horrible. So you still got good pieces in there. Got DJ Moore today. Josh Jacobs. I got him in a bunch of leagues. Yeah, no, I don't hate it. Don't hate it at all. It's going to be a good matchup, Neanderthal. I'm excited. Excited to see what you got. All right, let's throw in some DFS value picks for any of those who are into DFS. If you're not, no big deal. If you want, keep sending your questions into the live chat. I will answer them as we go. But for now, I'm going to give you guys some DFS value picks that I found. I use FanDuel, as you see on the screen over here. Some options. I mean, you have Jalen Hurts at the top, Justin Fields as well at the top of this list at 87 and 85,000. If you want to go a little bit lower, Matthew Stafford is probably your best bet today. $7,300 going against the Arizona Cardinals. Not a bad matchup for him. I think he can do well. With Cooper Kupp back, he showed that they're willing to still throw the ball and do well. I know this is going to be kind of against popular opinion, but the next guy is Zach Wilson. And I know that seems really weird, but $6,500 going against Philadelphia, who hasn't done well against the pass than I thought they would. I thought they'd do a lot better. They're beat up on defense. Jalen Carter will be out for this game, like I said. So will Darius Slay. It gives them an opportunity to do something. Not a horrible option. I like it. We'll see. Gardner Minshew right below him at $6,500 as well. Those are two guys that I don't mind if I want to spend down on quarterback and up on something else. I have no problem doing that right there. I think that's a good price point for those two guys in this particular week. Some running back value as well, if you're looking into that. Big run by Spears. It looks like the Titans' trusted old run and play defense is what they're starting to do here. Devon A-Chain, you don't want to spend that money. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know he's there. It looks tasty. Don't do it. Don't do it. Alexander Madison right here for this week going against Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears can't stop water. So in this case, $6,900. Hey, worth it. I think that I know that they're going to involve Cam Akers, but at the same time, I think it's a good play. Guy that we brought up before, or the guy that I talked about before, where is he? Ingram. Keatai Ingram. Or Keatai? Whatever. He is available right here at $5,600. The matchup isn't as great, but no one's going to use him because everyone's going to think that's the guy up here. DiMarcaro. I have a sneaky suspicion it's going to be Ingram. I could be wrong, though. It just feels like it. Another guy to look at is Chuba Hubbard at $5,500. Chuba is the lead back for this team going against Miami, who is not that great at stopping the run. Not a bad situation. Guy just above him that I didn't mention before is Deontay Foreman going against the Vikings. Vikings are pretty decent against the run, but he will be getting all the touches. He will be getting volume. The weather is bad there. There are 3 games that we need to keep an eye on, and that's one of them. It's Chicago, the Cleveland game, and the Buffalo game. A lot of crazy weather out here in the Northeast. It's just that time of year. October always seems to bring out the crazy weather out here. So Devontae Foreman, not a bad option. It's $6,000. So keep that in mind. 3rd and 2, third quarter. Big throw, intercepted. All right, well, Ryan Tannehill got an interception. Oh, my God, he is just flying through that day. All right. Well, 4 minutes left in the third quarter. We got Baltimore up 18-13. Baltimore just got the ball back. off a good interception. He tried to fit it in a window that, yeah, he kind of underthrew it. Yeah, underthrew the ball to Chig. Yeah. Anyway, wide receiver options for DFS for you to look at. You got your guys at the top like Tyreek Hill and Jamar Chase. I think Chase is not a horrible play this week. He is going to be going against Witherspoon, who has been on fire lately. So I would probably look at options more like Cooper Kupp if you're going with the high numbers, probably Devontae Adams as well. I think I would be looking more in this area where Cooper Kupp, Adams, Brown, and Moore are available. Those are the guys I might be targeting if I'm looking for a high-end play for this particular format. But if you want to go spend a little bit less money, there are plenty of options available for you today at wide receiver. Calvin Ridley here at $7,000 versus the Colts. Not a bad option. He's been playing well lately. Garrett Wilson will never be this low. I mean, in most situations, $6,900 going against Philadelphia. Like I said, Darius Slay is out. So I'm a little bit more optimistic on these particular scenarios for the Jets receiver, at least. Jordan Addison is another guy right here, $6,700 going against Chicago today. I think he's going to be the lead guy for this team moving forward. They groomed him for that. They were basically saying throughout they were excited to have him and able to draft him. So I think he should be good. I think his teammate KJ Osborne as well at $6,200. One of them is going to go off. Might as well pick one of the two, and it doesn't really matter. I think you're going to be fine. They're going to need to throw to keep everybody happy. Another option is Michael Pittman. I think Michael Pittman going against Jacksonville Jaguars. You got Gardner Minshew in there. Minshew changes that offense. Minshew kind of he's more of a pocket passer. He's able to throw the ball more and more accurately, in my opinion. So I think that Michael Pittman and his teammate Josh Downs are both great options. I think they're kind of the same type of play as what I put for the Vikings. They're just two good players at two good price points that I would be happy with. So Perry goes Josh Palmer, Amari Cooper, or Rashad White. Is it full PPR? If it's full PPR, I would lean a little more towards Palmer. If it is half, I would probably lean more White. Just because at this point, I mean, Detroit Lions against the run, they've been a lot better than people have expected. Detroit is ranked at 24. So full PPR, huh? Honestly, I'm going to lean White. I think I'm going to lean White here. I like Palmer a lot. Cooper, I think, is out of that list. I don't trust PJ Walker and the weather there. If it was Deshaun, it would be a little bit of a different option. I think Deshaun has the arm to be able to get it through whatever's there, and it wouldn't matter. Well, I don't know now, but prior to everything, he would be the guy that I would be like, yeah, no, you're fine. In this case, I feel a little more comfortable with Rashad White because he has a better floor than all three of those guys. So I think I'm going to lean White. Going to lean White here. All righty. Hey, look at that. Dr. Clutch, what's up? He goes, woke up too late to take D-Hop out of the lineup. Well, hopefully he does something. Yeah, man. Everyone kind of gets a little bit these last few weeks, everybody keeps forgetting these little things like changing out your guys like that. Just always be aware. Always be thinking it. Either way, I don't think you would have changed him out. I think if you felt comfortable in the matchup, you were keeping him there. The hard part with D-Hop is he's attached to Ryan Tannehill, and Tannehill is a good quarterback as a real life quarterback. For anything else, he's just good at, distributing the ball. But overall, he is even on a tier of all 32 quarterbacks. I mean, he's probably at the bottom. So Hopkins just has been mugged all day. It's been tough to watch, to be honest. And this game is a run game. Both teams like to run and play defense. I should have looked at the over-under for this game. It was probably like 39 or 40. And they would be right. So Lamar avoiding, gonna run like usual. Yeah, okay. Dr. Clutch, go. Oh, look at this. Rasta in the chat. Using the chat. We got Dr. Clutch going T. Higgins or Jordan Addison this week. I think I'm going to stick with Jordan Addison. T. Higgins, I like. I've always been a fan of T. Higgins. Unfortunately, the rib injury scares me a little bit. If he takes one hard hit, he could be done for the day. I'd rather take the guy that is openly available and ready to play and is not hurt and will be the key of that offense. So for me, that's Jordan Addison at this point. T. Higgins, I do like. It's just unfortunately I can't trust him. It's all good, Rasta. I'm sitting there like, I don't see him I don't see him anywhere on the screen. I'm like, it's all good, brother. I hope you're having a good morning. Not too early for you out there. It is 9 o'clock out there on the West Coast. Oh, Neanderthal goes, by the way, congratulations, Mike, on hitting 1,000 subscribers. Looking forward to seeing you all explode from here. Your engagement with your viewers is going to be a long way. Best of luck. Engagement with your viewers is going to go a long way. Best of luck to you and the Get Right fam. Thanks, man. We really appreciate that. We are very excited that we have reached 1,000 subscribers, and that's all thanks to you, the viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for spreading the word and getting us up to 1,000 subscribers. We cannot wait to see how this goes from here on. We are all excited, and we all thank you from the bottom of our hearts. It has been great seeing this thing explode. Remember when we were doing our jersey giveaway for Gabe Davis, like that. Little things like that, man. It's just been a really crazy roller coaster ride. We do a lot of work to help you guys. We want to make sure you guys get the best information possible so you guys have the keys to win your league. So thank you so much. I hope everybody enjoys our show. So continue to hit that subscribe button and that like button as well. If you've already subscribed, hit the like button. We want to keep those things going. We want you guys watching too. Make sure you guys check back on old episodes as well. Use that. We have the chapters that you can pick from so that you can go through all the, if you don't want to watch a certain part of the show, perfect. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Go and click that. It'll get you right to where you want to go, especially for a lot of the things that we do on Friday night when it's a longer show. News from the Ravens game, Chris Moore is out after that big hit took by Kyle Hamilton. Yeah. All right, let's continue on with there we go. Anthony showing his appreciation. Appreciate all you degenerates out there. 1K subs is insane. Let's keep it up, man. We will. We are going to keep it up. We want you guys to continue to support the show. So please, if you have anybody we still want to have more people involved. So keep on coming. We want as much as we can. So continue to like and subscribe to the show, like the videos as we continue. So let's go on to tight end value picks for DFS. We have one that I am in shock about and still just sitting here in disbelief. We have guys at the top. Sam Laporta is the top option. That is pretty cool. I've been talking to this guy all year. Love Sam Laporta. Have him in all 7 leagues. Love it. I was really on this guy all year, so I'm really happy that he's been doing well. His injury, he should be fine. But let's wait and see. Looks like Ryan Tannehill is headed to the locker room with an ankle injury. It looks like Malik Willis will be coming in to take some snaps. Looks like a right ankle. Yeah, they just showed him going into the tent. Yeah, looks like Malik Willis will be getting an opportunity, possibly to stay on the roster. So tight end values, we got George Kittle here at $5,900. I don't understand why he's at $5,900. Same thing with Evan Ingram at $5,500. Good price point for Evan Ingram. Also, Logan Thomas, $5,400. He's been targeted like crazy lately. I like him a lot today versus Atlanta. Another option, Zach Ertz at $5,200. If you just want a really good floor play, Zach Ertz is your guy. So definitely him. And then Noah Fant, Jonnu Smith at the $5,100. One of those two. I would prefer Noah Fant coming in. I think that's a good price point for him as well. Dr. Clutch goes, Justin Fields take over today. We'll wait and see how that turns out. I'm definitely not against that. I think Fields has been turning it on lately and looks good. Ravens are in the red zone, and of course, Lamar is going to probably try to run it in and didn't. 4th down, kick the field goal. It will go up to 21-13. That's the best call. Do it. I'm facing Lamar today, so I'm a little bit biased. All right. Dr. Clutch brings us a question. Deontay Foreman or Dameon Pierce? This is a good question. I'm going to go with Deontay Foreman. Reason being, in this particular case, half point, Saints are 8th against the run, while the Minnesota Vikings are 11th. I know it's not too much of a disparity, 8 and 11, but I do think that Foreman gets a little more volume and should do well today. So for me, I'm going to and he's got really no one behind him. He's got Darrington Evans is behind him. I mean, Evans did well with the Titans when he was there. Then he kind of just went everywhere and hasn't really gotten an opportunity to stay put anywhere. So I think I'm going to go with Deontay Foreman here. I think he's your best bet, even though I know that you drafted Pierce because most people did. I did. I had Pierce everywhere to want to play him. But I think this week, I think Foreman is probably your better play. That's just my opinion. I think Foreman is probably a better option overall. They do run the ball a little bit more. Their particular team tends to run the ball more. I thought for sure the Texans would be. Texans have been throwing the ball all over the place. So for now, I would probably lean Foreman. I have to make that decision in my league. Foreman, Chuba Hubbard, Zach Moss, or Jacoby Myers. And I'm already at Jacoby Myers. So Ross is in a bind. He's between his head and his heart. CJ Stroud or Dak. My head says Dak, but my heart doesn't want to play a guy we just shut down and threw 3 picks. Ross, you know my opinion about this. I don't like Dak Prescott at all. And it just proved my point. So I made in our Dynasty League, in our group chat, in that Dynasty chat, I brought up the fact, now we have a lot of guys that are Cowboys and Niners fans. So last week that chat was going nuts between Anthony Tycoon and Rasta Tycoon and Dustin and Frank. Everybody was going at it. I'm sitting there trying to play referee at one point, and I threw in my 2 cents, and I'm like, this just looks like a Dak, 2 or more interception type turnover game. And just so, I also added the yardage and stuff like that, and I was a little off on that, a little higher than I thought it should be. But at the end of the day, turned out to be what it was. So I'm not saying that I know a lot about this, but in the same breath, they're not playing in prime time. Dak always tends to fold at prime time, and especially in situations like this. He's never been somebody that I just trust. So he's going with Dak, and he doesn't like it. Then why play him? Like what? Okay, if you don't like it and you don't feel comfortable doing it, why do it? Because he's playing the Chargers. Like, I get Joey Bosa. I don't think Joey Bosa is playing, so I get it. I understand it. Then you're in a situation where the Chargers are, where are they? Dead last. They're like 30th in the league against the pass. So I understand that aspect of it. Saints are a little bit higher on that. They are the 11th best. So I get where you're going with it. But their offenses looked horrible. But it could be the reason why they jump back. Who knows? Who knows, Ant? Who knows? We're going to go with the DFS defensive picks real quick. There's only 3. Raiders, Falcons, Commanders. Those are the 3 that I would go with. I think that is the situation here. I really do think that the Ravens, the Falcons or the Raiders, those are the 2 of my favorites. It looks good. So Anthony goes, that's why head versus heart. No, I get that. I just go with Dak. I get why. I get it. My Niners do that to offenses. Yeah. Well, they also, Henry getting the hard first down, running 30 yards to get 1 yard. Tannehill's getting out on a cart right now. That doesn't look good. Yeah, he looks pretty content that something's wrong. He's not showing it, but it looks like it. Dr. Clutch goes, I feel like I'm talking about this every week, but now with a chain on IR, I think it might be time for me to sell Mostert for a receiver. What's his appropriate value, do you think? All right. That's a fair question. Let's look at the receivers where I would trade Mostert for. So I want to get the right value for him. I want to see where he is currently. I want to get the information in front of me. I want to give you the best opinion here for this particular scenario. So just give me a half a second to get all my information in a fancy little row. We got Mostert as the RB2 this year. Holy crap. So you got Raheem Mostert as the RB2. You can't not get good value for him at this point. If you're going for somebody, I think it's going to be in the top tiers. I think you're going to get someone like Devontae Adams. You could get somebody like A.J. Brown, DJ Moore. I think the lowest of that would be probably CeeDee Lamb. You could probably get Keenan Allen from a guy that's just unsure. You could probably get guys like Devontae Smith, Ayuk. That's probably the range I would go. I mean, you're not going to get Tyreek Hill. You're not going to get Chase. You're not going to get Diggs. Those are the guys that I probably don't think you're going to get. Kupp is right at that boundary line, which I don't think you're going to get. So it's more like Adams, Allen, Brown, Moore, I think is more what I would do. So that would be my guess. Malik just running the ball just looks like a glorified Lamar Jackson, just not looking to throw, looking to run at any opportunity he gets. Anyway. So Smokey the Cat, what's going on, brother? He goes Bryce or Godwin at flex. I'm going Bryce. Neanderthal got Saquon in my flex right now, but can't risk him not playing. Who should I roll with? Gibby, Palmer, or Downs? My thoughts is Downs. This is not versus you. No, that's fine. I think I'm going to lean Downs. I don't trust Gibson. Palmer I like a little more than Downs, but I think Downs has been targeted a ton and looks good. So I think I'm going to go with Downs here. J Media in the house. What's up, Mike? Let's freaking go, Saquon. Sheesh. J Media getting introduced in the chat. Good morning to Rasta. Bang, bang. Let's go. Gold-blooded. All these Niner fans in my chat finally waking up on the West Coast at 9 o'clock in the morning. I've been up since 8 o'clock over here. So been up and moving around, getting everything going. So if you guys have questions, throw them in the chat. I've been answering them as we go. I'll be here for at least another 15, 20 minutes. So make sure you guys throw your questions in the chat. Once we kind of cool down a little bit, I might end up getting out of here, but continue to throw those questions in the chat so that I can get your questions answered. So Anthony goes, Neanderthal, with those options, I may go Saquon and take the risk. Is Breida available? Yeah. I kind of agree with Rasta in a way. If you, like I said in the beginning of the show, I would have been a little bit more, if you have Barkley and you are at the point where you need to play Barkley, you should have somebody in that late window. That's the issue with Saquon. If you don't feel comfortable playing with him, see, the other part about it that you have to also understand is one, re-aggravation, which is probably about 20%. On top of all that, he's in a tough scenario where he still might not be 100%. He's probably going to be closer to 85 to 90%. He's just wanting to get out there and play. If that's the case, then he might not be able to do what he normally does. And normally people coming back from these types of injuries tend to have a little bit of a decrease in points. So the first couple of weeks, he might not do what he wants. So if you can afford not to, I would. But if you can't, then go for it. Like Jay Media is saying right here, I can't afford not to use Saquon today. My running backs suck this week with Aaron Jones on a bye and Rashad Herbert debacle and HA on IR. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. Neanth goes, no, not on that 10, bro. On my other team, I've had the cuff with Brett. Yeah, so. Oh, wow. You were forced to use Jerick McKinnon. Crazy. That's nuts. I mean, I have leagues where I'm like pretty good at running back. There's other leagues where I'm not. Like one of my leagues, I have Barkley, Chubb, JT, and Derrick Henry with Jamar Gibbs. And Gibbs has been out the last 2 weeks. And then I've had other things happen where Chubb is out now. Barkley was hurt. JT has been out. So believe me, I get everybody's concerns over there. Oh, wow. Flowers just looks good, man. Zay Flowers looking like we thought he would. Just a good, fast, shifty receiver. I like him a lot. But in other leagues, I'm even better at running back where I have guys like in my wife's league. Thanks, man. It's all the sun. Open room with open light. I got tons of light on me. Normally when I have the DFS screen up, it's a lot lighter in this room. So I do that and it's a little bit darker. So thanks, J Media. I appreciate that. I try to have good lighting in here, even though there are now ways where I can even look even better. Hold on. Let me touch up my appearance a little bit. Yeah. I can touch up my appearance subtly. There we go. Take away all my blemishes. Once again, thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. So keep throwing your questions in the chat. Like I was saying before, one of my wife's team that I have with her, in that league, I have Mixon, Montgomery, and Mostert. And then I have Saquon on the bench. So, I have a pretty decent team there. We're in first place. We're killing it. Team Ronan, which she will change that name shortly. No, she already changed her name. It's just funny to see. But that's been fun. She's been enjoying that. We both have Laporta and all that. She's been questioning me all week. Is Laporta playing? Is he going to play? He's playing, damn it. So Anthony says, I may have missed it, but how do you rank the waiver guys this week? Chuba, DeMarico, Ingram, Foreman. So for my rankings right now, this grouping, I have Ingram at 27. I have Foreman at 30. Hubbard at 33. but will I change it? I might move Hubbard up a little bit. So for me, Hubbard might be above Foreman. Actually, I think it's going to be Hubbard, Ingram, and Foreman. I think that's how I would do it. Chuba's been getting a lot of run lately, even in the pass game, so I like him a lot. DeMarco DeMercado. I don't care. I'm not going to use him. I didn't even go for him in a lot of leagues. I like Ingram. I think Ingram is going to be used a lot more than people think he is. I think Ingram is going to be the lead guy today and get the most points. So I think I'm going to go with Ingram for that grouping, but it's going to be, I think the way that you put it in, Chuba, Ingram, Foreman, I think that's where it should be. I'm still adjusting my ranks, Ant. I always do it right up until game time because I always have to wait for these guys to do the actives and inactives and know where people are going to go and all that. And I always forget to finish it up right after the show because I end up running and doing like 10 other things right as soon as I get out of here. So what the fuck, Tennessee and Bolt already? Yeah, it's almost done. It's at 5. Oh, no. Get Lamar. There you go. Yeah, this game has been a little nuts. Flag on the play. 5 minutes and 22 seconds left in the fourth. Baltimore up by 8. Oops, I should have said Ka. Forgot your accent with the W's. Yeah. All right. Looks like they got a flag on the play. They're going to be moving the ball up a little bit. Nothing crazy going on in this game. It does have 5 minutes left. Honestly, I don't think that Nuke's going to have a good rest of the game. It looks like at this point, you have Malik Willison, and I don't think he's going to throw it. Every opportunity he's had, he's pretty much ran the ball. So, just getting Safe Flowers involved. Get this kid. Stop him, please. Love you, brother. Yeah, of course, man. It's all good. We all know how my Long Island accent is. Always elongating things. Let's move people around. All right, cool beans. So it looks like we have a stall in the chat. It's fine. No worries. I'm going to wrap this thing up anyway to get back and get ready for the rest of this game, to finish this game out. Also to get ready for the rest of the week so I can get my lineup set. I can take an extra 5 minutes to chill. So please make sure, I'm going to just do a quick rundown of everything. So please make sure you guys are checking out our other affiliate podcasts with Tim and AJ on the Fantasy Frontline podcast. Also check out the Checkdown podcast on Wednesday nights, 8:30 with Cody McGoats, Shirtless Pat and the crew. And also Adam's Deadzone fantasy show. Make sure you guys check out those. They should be, Adam's should be coming in soon. Also, make sure you guys stay tuned. We will be doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway video. So make sure you guys are keeping an eye out right here. We're going to be giving this away. So keep an eye out for this. We will be doing a video shortly. So make sure you guys keep those notifications on. Jay Media goes, can't wait for the Niners game. No Watson, sheesh for them. Yeah, you're gonna have a great day today. Enjoy that. Also, make sure you guys, when you check out TrophySmack.com, make sure you guys use the promo code GetRight as well. Also, make sure you guys check out Underdog Fantasy. Use that promo code GetRight right here. Use this code, and they will match your deposit. So make sure you guys check them out. Okay, the only thing I will say about this, and I understand you guys are hardcore Niner fans, so understood. know that their defense is actually pretty decent and might keep the game kind of a little less than what you think. They're not going to put 40 up. Could it be like a 24-0? Yeah. But I wouldn't expect anything like over the top. But you never know. Never know with these games. So, all right, all. Make sure you guys check us out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. We will be back here tomorrow night with Frank and Rasta doing the overreactions to the week and waiver wire targets as well. Then they will be back on Wednesday to do Rasta management, as well as on Friday night we do a full game breakdown and live Q&A as well. I will be back this Friday, so don't you stress. Yeah, see, this is 17-3. That makes sense. Jamie D goes, thanks, Classic and Rasta. Feeling the cross country brotherhood. Of course. Just want to come out of the game with a W, of course. So make sure you guys check us out. So for Frank, for Dustin, for my buddy Rasta in the chat, have a wonderful week 6, unless you're going against me. Neanderthal, I'm talking to you. It's all good, though. I can't wait. I'm excited to have this matchup go on. Everybody have a wonderful week 6. We'll see you soon. Peace.
Wanted to write fantasy is the play. Marking often, but I tune in every Friday. Strategies provided.